9 games on tap tonight to get us to the weekend, but one massive game earlier today overseas in Sweden. What a game that was. What a finish for Team USA.
Tell you what, this team, you know, look, when you don't get to do it day in, day out, right? But you get to read about them as they go into the tournament. And a lot of people like, good, very deep, very, it had an edge to them. Like, that was some of the things I read about them, talked about them, and boy, did they ever. Did they have a confident edge to this team. Surprisingly, Weeksy, as the tournament went on, early in games, they started to get a little kind of stutter step early on, a little hesitation, but then second and third periods, the last 2 games, took off.
You're right, and that's kind of the mark of a champion as well, too. When things don't go well initially, that you have the ability to crawl out of some of those holes, overcome some of that adversity. But prior to the start of the tournament, right prior to the tournament, I spoke to Dave Fisher, our Mad Fish at USA Hockey. We went to dinner. The Team USA, was at that Red Wing game that we were broadcasting. Spoke to Fish after. He's like, you know what, I got a really good feeling about our group. Got a really good feeling about our staff and our group this year. And so said, so done. So congratulations to them. This is amazing. Amazing to see.
All right, let's show you the highlights from earlier today. The gold medal game overseas in Gothenburg, Sweden. Team USA taking on the home country Swedes.
Good
Here we
uniform game. Good shirt, good sweater game.
Totally.
Blues
100.
are electric.
Both of them are.
Couldn't agree more.
Right, both sweaters, beautiful. Pretty good game as well. Here we go. 3 minutes left in the first period. Delayed penalty here. Will Smith. That's tipped home by Gabe Perreault. That's his 3rd of the tournament. USA on top 1-0.
Well, these 2 guys have a little bit of chemistry, I'd say, just a tad bit. And this is delayed penalty, you said. Great. Not even hesitation, just a great look. Slap pass to the side. Absolutely no chance for the Swedes to stop it.
Period number 2, Matthias Havlet sends his puck towards the net. Otto Stenberg tips that one home. That ties this game up at 1.
Perfect shot placement by Havlet, and Stenberg with excellent hand-eye coordination on the deflection.
Midway through the second, Drew Fortescue finds the streaking Isaac Howard up the ice, and he buries that to give USA a 2-1 lead.
So a long change, long passes, stretching it out. Seen him do it throughout this tournament. Got to the inside, and then the 5-hole goal.
5 minutes later, it's Howard again. His 7th of the tournament, 2nd of the game. USA leading by 2.
Never a bad angle to put pucks on net. Never. As severe as that looks, it's still fruitful. Go ahead. Fix your quaff. Why not?
We talked about Team USA having an edge. Here's the edge. Rutger McGroarty leveling Felix Undersorum.
Well, I mean, it's well placed a hit, clean, nothing intentional except just body contact, and good for the refs not making the call.
All right, Sweden getting one back here. Jonathan Lekaramaki, his 7th of the tournament. The one-timer, Sweden trails 3-2. So that sets up for a great 3rd period. Here we go. Zev Booyum scores off the one-timer, more like Booyah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was Icha's call on the goal, too. What a rocket. What a rocket. Yeah, go ahead and flex the jersey. Why not?
Team USA up by 2, looking for more, and they get it right here. Ryan Leonard, his 4th of the tournament. USA with a little cushion, up by 3.
This is a pro move here. This is a pro move, and that's why this guy's got such high grades for making it to the pros. The way the determination we see on that.
No question.
And then the captain, Rutger McGroarty, scores into the empty netter with time winding down, and the celebration was on. USA up 6-2, and you can see kisses to the fans there, and the celebration is on for the red, white, and blue.
It's so awesome to see the way this team was able to overcome, stay together, play a team game deep in the heart of Sweden, in front of the home fans for the opposing team, the host country, host team, and still come out with the victory. That's a testament to this group.
Awesome. I mean, this team, as soon as I felt like they took on the us against the world mentality, they took it to another level. There's something to go in as a kind of a, we know we're a better team type of thing early on in the round robin or prelims, whatever you want to call it, and then you get to the medal rounds and stuff. But then to have all the pressure on you, I think they needed that thing to galvanize them, and it felt like to me they said, we're taking on the rest of the hockey world here. We're okay being, as I think somebody put in social media, kind of the evil guys, right?
Yeah.
You know, the bad guys. You know what? Galvanize them.
Yeah.
6th gold medal at the World Juniors for Team USA, their first since 2021. They get it done this year. Let's hear from their head coach, David Carle.
Guys played excellent today. Really proud of them. Such joy for them, and what a hockey game, what an environment. The fans were amazing all game long, and so happy for our players.
Come on, man, this is the best. For their home crowd, with these guys, I mean, there's nothing better. Like, this is unbelievable. I'm so proud of this group and how close we came over the couple weeks we were with each other. Man, this is unbelievable. I can't even describe it.
It's just so much fun to win, and especially with a group of brothers that We bonded over for 4 weeks, so it's pretty cool that you can become a family so fast.
It's a dream come true. This has been 3-4 years in the making, losing to the U18 Worlds. This is revenge, baby. This feels great.
Gauthier fired up, as are the Americans, both home
He'll
and
fit in with
abroad.
Torts just
yeah,
fine.
I think he's got that Torts mentality going on right now. Philly fans stand up right now. As you can see, Team USA winning gold for the first time since 2021. They won the bronze medal a year ago. A couple of players on that team playing in this year's team. A couple of those guys on this year's team eligible for next year's team as well. One of them beat netminder. You don't go 7-0 and run the table in a tournament like this without a good guy between the pipes, and they certainly seem to have one in Trey Augustine.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I was at the Vaughn Goalie Factory up in Lake Orion, Michigan, the home of the great Mike Vaughn, and talking to Everett Bomarino and Scott Hughes over there. And they were talking about this Trey Augustine that plays at Michigan State. And I've spoken to a couple pro scouts, and they all echoed the same thing. Never gets rattled, calm, composed, smooth in the net. And he was very efficient. Not only did he make a lot of the routine saves, but he made some big ones, and he never seemed to be rattled at any stage. He seemed to be very calm. He had a calming influence in this group. That's difficult to be for a goalie at any age, let alone a young goaltender like this. This Michigan State Spartan was awesome.
Yeah, he looked great. I mean, my lack of goaltending expert eye just says in control, new age goaltender, not too robotic, nice athleticism to his game, moved really well. He didn't play every game in the tournament, but he played all the biggies. And this is a kid that you look to, and I mean, I can't remember a bad goal that he led up. I mean, there may be that one where you're like, okay, but no bad goals. And that's great. That's just a great sign. I love the mentality from the goal out of this team. I did. And at the end of the game, I know there was some ruckus and everything. So what?
I love that.
It was awesome.
I love that.
It was part of the galvanization. Again, part of the DNA of this team. Good stuff.
You said it was us against the world. It was certainly us against the country of Sweden. They were played on their home turf. You could see there was all yellow in the crowd there. They were against the Americans, and the Americans, like you said, had the right mindset. Speaking of mindset, how about the mindset of Isaac Howard? Big game, no problem. Steps up, 2 massive goals in this one.
I love it. I love the way he attacked the game, really the way in which he attacked the tournament. And this is just saying, hey, I'm putting this puck toward the net. I might not have a clean look, but we don't need to. We're not in the Louvre in Paris. We're on the ice. Put the pucks toward the net. I love that mentality to do that. And you'll see that one just bank off of the right pad, the inside pad. But the way he attacked this game and their team as a whole, Rutger McGroarty, I can go up and down the list. They attacked this game. They didn't tiptoe into it. They recognized the fact that they were in hostile territory. And they said, we're going to have to grind our way through this game. They were willing to do that. And Howard and some others were difference makers in this one.
No question. Same thing in the semi game, right, against Finland, where in the first period they were quiet. They had a quiet start. I think without sitting in that locker room, but I'm going to say I think it was one of those. Oh, well, this is it. One and done now. Again, like I know they did it the preliminaries didn't have to worry per se. They get through it, but now they're like, okay, wait a second, what is going to happen here? And you could see it almost in their skates, right? Soft and slower. And I don't mean soft is not tough, like just presence, right? Second period, third period, man, they were awesome against Finland. Then this game, they were good in the first, but the second and third, they were really good, and they were doing what he said. They were on top. They were all over them. They won a lot of puck battles along the wall, and they had good. I felt them as a team. They were a good deep, down low cycle team. I thought they did, and that really tenderizes an opponent. It keeps them back in their zone a good amount.
No doubt.
You remember Isaac Howard from the draft a couple of years ago
100%.
at Bell Center in Montreal. He showed up looking like Don Johnson.
Love him.
Drafted first round by the Tampa Bay Lightning, and when he had a massive USA belt buckle on.
Yes.
And when they asked him, like, yeah, why'd you choose that outfit? He goes, because I'm the best-looking guy here.
Exactly.
He doesn't lack swagger or confidence, and he showed that on the biggest of stages today over in Sweden. Let's talk about the captain, Rutger McGroarty. You talked about the mindset going in. I think we have his comments from earlier today.
Let's go ahead.
Listen.
We're really looking forward to it. I mean, I would say there was no nerves, but I don't know. We were talking about it before. I mean, who doesn't love being the villain? So, I mean, we got off to a good start there, but we still got 40 more minutes to keep our foot on the pedal and keep going.
That's in the middle of the game. That's the first intermission. That's
awesome.
Not hockey speak, cliche 101. That's transparency right there.
See, this is the duality, and the great Tim Grover always talks about this, is embracing your dark side. And not for things that are sinister or negative, but rather to be able to draw strength from. And in an instance like this isn't about walking around the neighborhood in Michigan. It's not about walking around the neighborhood in Chicago or Florida. This is saying we're deep in the belly of the beast here against the host team on their home soil, and we're going to have to embrace that as a group. We have to, and they did. So I love the fact that he said that. Yes, these are the boys next door. Yes, they are, but you're forgetting they're the boys next door that are the elite of the elite, which is why they are where they are. And Jeff, while they're big part of why they were able to accomplish what they did here.
I feel like I owe you some money for that sports psychology session right there.
Good, right?
But it's true.
Thank you.
I'm fired up.
I'm right. It's
Take your IKEAs, take your meatballs, and you finish second.
Well, keep a few of the meatballs.
Yeah, we got to keep a few of that. Yes. We got to keep a few of those.
And got some good beer over there too.
Yep.
Listen, I agree with you, but this is the team. I mean, you know, I'm not around the guys that are on BC, meaning again not there, but watch them play an awful lot. And you want to talk about a confidence level, and there's 7 of them on that team, and Rutger at Michigan and Gavin at Michigan, they're part of it. They've also played against each other for with each other for 3-4 years now, these guys, more or less, between U.S. stuff and everything. So a lot of these guys know each other well. I just felt they had attitude the entire tournament. I did. I think you saw it from get-go to the end. You saw them having fun with the crowd at the end, too. Yeah. It's a confident thing. And really, again, not to glorify the scrap at the end, but it shows you that they were ready for each other there at the end of it. And that's part of being on a great team. It is. You're sticking up for each other.
100%. When you look at the makeup of this team, gone are the years, certainly in our time, when it was Michigan only, Chicagoland only, Minnesota, you know. Now all of a sudden you've got 4 kids in this group from Florida. You have somebody from San Diego. And again, and speaking of Dave Fisher, right now officially, there are more registered hockey players in the U.S. than in Canada right now. And I've been saying this, Team USA, and this is why best of the best is so important, and the growth of the game is at all-time highs right now. Just take a look at this board right here.
There's some talent on there, huh?
Right?
All those first-round draft picks
yes.
will be coming to your pro teams
this
in
is
the
it.
near future.
And think of this quick point, too. How many times have we been in this very desk, and you there in Boston, do you see this Charlie McAvoy? You see what's happening with Charlie McAvoy? You see what's happening with Clayton Keller? You see what's happening with all these guys? You saw those guys play in this very tournament, especially a lot of the American-born kids. And now you look and see what they're doing at the NHL level. This is just another glimpse and kind of a trailer to that. You'll be seeing some of these guys very soon.
Congrats to Team USA and 9 players on this year's team eligible for next year's World Championships that are taking place in Ottawa. So we look forward to that. Congrats to the Red.
And how about in a couple of years? I think we may have mentioned it yesterday, Minnesota.
Oh yes,
2 years.
26
years.
That's right.
Of the World
26.
So look forward to that. Hopefully we're on site for that.
Try and get on that one.
Right. Exactly.